Let me dwell for a moment with you on our relationship, which of course is your relationship, to especially your God, our God, as I understand it. Well, quite simply, he loves you. And quite simply, you love him. You may not have come into the full realization of that yet, and that is why you are here. In the world of change and uncertainty, matter, a dream world that is appropriate to your realization of your great need, your great happiness in the kingdom of heaven with God, and to make it secure for you. This kingdom is within you, and he is within you, because he loves you, and because you love him. And your mind, your awareness, may not yet have taken hold of that. And therefore this is your great need. But it's a need that is eternally fulfilled. You are already in the kingdom of heaven. There's no way we would have you outside. Of all people that are in the home, it is the children. We don't let them out. The modern world has, the world has children go to school that they be trained by the state, that they be loyal to the state. But the kingdom of heaven is all homeschooling. We don't have our children outside of heaven. You are schooled here by dreams, stories that pretend to be a reality for you, that you anchor eternally your devotion to this family, God's family, which, needless to say, includes God himself. But in terms of your dream of being outside the garden, in the world of good and evil, time and space and matter, change, uncertainty, scarcity, need. Now, I'm the expert on want, scarcity, scarce resources, and how best to prioritize all resources. It's my training in the world. It's not a training that is useful to heaven. It's useful to the dream of being outside the garden, which you might realize is more of a nightmare compared to being in the consciousness of the garden. For in the garden, there is no scarcity. Well, that's the end of economics, I can tell you. Because economics was the science, the study, the understanding of how to cope in uncertainty. But heaven's not like that. It's, in terms of the dream of being outside, it's like having not just a billionaire, but a trillionaire who has such unlimited wealth that it's not a cost to him to meet all your needs. It's not only not a cost to him, because he loves you, it is an endless joy to him to love and care for you. To the extent that he's made it that all life is from him. That he is the Father of all life. This is good news for all life, for it means, given the nature of God and your relationship to him as his child, you are utterly provided for, always. You have life eternal. But you're in childhood. You know you're in childhood because you have an uncertainty in your mind still as to how much you're loved. In fact, some people, whether they're loved, and others, some of the children are not mindful of the parents at all. They just live and dream away their day. They have hopes and they have fears. They wander. They explore. It's all part of childhood. The parent, of course, does all they can with the rest of the family, the aunts, the uncles, the wife, your mum, to love and care for you, to keep you safe, to bring you through to adult life. But what's important is your adult life. So there are difficulties allowed to you, but only as is necessary to rescue you from childhood into perfect adult life in the kingdom of heaven, in the family. And the whole of heaven is bent on this purpose. The aunts, the uncles, all of them, all related, all born of God, just like you. As I've said in the previous recording, you're welcome here. Mum calls you on. Got a feeling, I'm not sure of the word, so I won't risk it, but she calls you on. I don't mean I'm not sure of the word welcome, which is haramai. I mean, I'm not sure what she's called, but I know her role. It is a maternal welcome, not a hostile male reaction to keep you out, to keep you in order, keep you at bay. Don't get me wrong, we do need that. Some life hasn't realized that its happiness and peace and joy and life eternal is here in heaven and is with them if they would but reach out and value such. And they remain outside the garden until they do. Doesn't mean they're not cared for, because it's only their consciousness, their dreaming, that is outside the garden. They are ever welcome here. It's just that they need an understanding of belonging, of knowing that this is where life eternal is, in the family, with the family, loved and being loved by the family, their family. There is no other. It's like God, there is no other. Not guru, not avatar, not whatever. There is only God, our Father. The Father of all, and eternal dearest friend. But we are all eternal family, and we all love you. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven. And I must remind you that the kingdom of heaven is very near indeed for you. It is within you. It's not even walking beside you. It's within you. Jesus is emphatic in the story that you call no man Father, no man teacher, that you have no other gods before your heavenly Dad. Hold to that and you will do well. Realize he's your heavenly Dad, and you will hold to that. Why would you not? This wonderful person, creator of all, that loves you. Bless you, and you are blessed. Welcome.